Let's talk about some voting methods. And here we're going to talk about the elements of a preference table. So what is a preference table? Why do we use it? And what does it mean? So here we go. A preference table summarizes the results of a preference ballot. And you might say, well, what is a preference ballot? Well, think about when you vote. Generally, when we vote, you vote for your top candidate, and that's it. One person. Well, what about if you had 4 choices and you could say, this is my first choice, this is my second choice, this is my third choice, and this is my fourth choice? That is a preference ballot when you get to rank your preferences. So voters rank their choices in order of preference. If I can't have this candidate, then I want this candidate. Or thinking about, you could use this for dinner options. I want spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. If I can't have spaghetti and meatballs, I want pizza. If I can't have pizza, I want chicken fingers and French fries. Basically, right? You can rank your choices. This offers more information than just the first choice, right? If you ask someone, what do you want for dinner? And they say spaghetti, and that's it. And you're like, well, we don't have any pasta. Well, that's what I want. Well, that's not going to happen, right? Then you have this whole like back and forth that doesn't work. So when you get the order, now we have more information that we can go on. So first, let's look at this lovely table. We are talking about the colors of cell phone cases. There were 3 options and people got to vote in order what their preferences were. So the top row of numbers shows how many people voted in that order. So 3 people voted blue as the first choice, gray as the second choice, white as the third choice for their phone case colors. So how many total people voted for their preferred color of phone cases with just these 3 color options? Well, we add the numbers across the top. So 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5. Just 14. So 14 people voted, ooh, wrong button. 14 people voted in this particular survey, voting, whatever. And now let's do a little bit more of that. Now we have 4 candidates running for local office or something, and we have some choices here. So the table shows the voting for 4 candidates in a particular district. How many voters chose candidate A as their first choice? Well, we can see that of the columns here, 3 of them have A as their first choice. So I add those numbers together. 27, 45 plus 43 gives me 115. So 115 voters chose candidate A as their first choice. Well, what percent of the votes is this? Because maybe somebody says, like, is that a majority? I don't know. Majority is more than 50%. So let's look at it. So to find the percent of votes, we first need to find the total. So if I add them all together, 27 plus 31 plus 45 plus 43 plus 18 gives me 164. So to find the percent, I will take the number that chose candidate A as their first choice, divided by the total, which gives me a 0.7. I rounded because that goes on for a while, which means multiply by 100 to get a percent, and I get 70%. So roughly 70% of voters chose candidate A as their first choice, which is a majority. So if this was a majority vote, that would win. And that's the idea of a preference table.